so that she can at least attempt to create a space for Black women to be able to come. She says it constantly when she's on her live. She's like, I'm not trying to interfere. I will never speak to the Black woman experience. She says a lot of this all the time, and she doesn't try. The one time that I heard her speak up in a way that was emotional, against, for whatever, however you want to put it, was when it had to do with her girlfriend. That was the only time that I heard her like go get emotional, like in that context. But anytime that I've been here, and I'm not saying that all Black women have to agree, but it wasn't her that was saying oh, you got to go, you got to go. It was other Black women, and so I think kind of putting that on her is not cool. And it's not necessarily about being in disagreement, that people, that at least as far as what I think. I don't know. I'm not a mod. I'm not the one, blocking people or kicking people out or anything like that. But at the same time, it's not about disagreement. It's about disrespect. If you come in here and you're being disrespectful to the topic at hand, not necessarily in the disagreement, because people have been in the box where we disagree and we're just like, you know what, that's cool. We're going to leave it where it's at. That's what we're going to do, because at the end of it, we don't want to be disrespectful to one another. But there have been many a times where I've seen in the comments where the conversation is that of disrespect. And it's disrespect to one of their sisters. So what is my response supposed to be? Welcoming? That's not what we do. That's not fair that's not a fair ask. So again, it's not about being divisive, but again, if you're disrespectful, what else do you want? And not just disrespectful this time, but if you have previously shown your colors as being disrespectful, what do we think your intention is this time? Well, if you're opening the floodgates and everybody has flooded over here now that other live has disintegrated, whatever, I guess nobody's on there anymore. And they come over here and we know that the same people that were over there were being disrespectful and talking negatively about Breezy and another Black woman. What do you think we're going to think? Don't you think we have a right to protect ourselves, even in the case that it is a Black woman? Again, Nuggets not being the person facilitating that, but Breezy being the one saying, I'm not okay with this. I'm literally asking a question because it just seems like, if we're not in agreement with the disrespect, then that there's a problem there too.
Yeah, and like I this narrative that's going on that like people just should have access to you and you don't have a right to control who is you associate with. You don't have the right to control who has access to you. That sounds slavery. I'm sorry. Like I have every right to say I don't want you near me. For whatever reason, you're not entitled to talk to me. You're not entitled to come to me. You don't have the human right to do that. Is my human right to say no. I don't want to talk to you. No, I don't want to engage with you. No. And if you're angry, you can be angry across the whole internet. You can yell and scream in your space, this other person's space, this other person's space, but I have a right to say I'm not going to let you scream in my face. I have a right to deny access to me. That is my human right. You can say I'm wrong. You can think I'm wrong. You have every opinion you want of me. If I don't want it in my face or my space, I have a right to say no.
And I can't. It's cool. I'm going to continue to stand on my platform being open to all Black people and Black men, Black women, Black non-binary people. That's never going to change, and etc. All Black people are welcome. I hear you, so I can't. I mean, I don't. And just for the record, I'm not invalidating any of these Black queens' voices. I hear them loud and clear of everything that they are saying. I'm just standing for what I have seen, what has happened over the past couple of weeks, and the things that are being spread and said. I am going to address that, regardless of whether anybody in the comment section wants to agree with that or not. I will address that. For those that know me, who's been following me for over a year, know that I'm never afraid to have an uncomfortable conversation. Some people may not like it. I don't care. It needs to be talked about. It needs to be said.
Yeah.
Black people, we becoming too divided. I'm tired of saying. I'm sick of seeing it. I'm sick of seeing us having to not even tap this, have the tippy toe around certain things. I've never been one to tippy toe around anything. I'm going to state that. But again, yeah, I hear you. So
We appreciate you hearing us and
Thank
not being,
you.
combative with it. We appreciate you, listening and all of that. And again, like you said, it's not about invalidating anybody's experience, because I'm not invalidating your experience either, because I can't hear what you heard. I can't determine how you took that in, just like you can't determine how I took that in. But not but and um definitely, I appreciate the fact that you're also holding a safe space for all Black people.
For
I
sure.
do congratulate that, because that is something that is not very common, and we definitely need more of that. And you being the person that is standing in it as a Black man is even more valuable, because it's not seen very often. So we definitely appreciate that and your perspective. But also understand, I said it earlier, and it's kind of a joke, but not really. All skin folk ain't kin folk. You know what I'm saying? And so not
Yes,
everybody
yes.
is going to be, as much as I want all of us as a collective of Black people, because I have such a deep love for our people, it's unreal. But as much as I have that love, there's still a Clarence Thomas in the midst. There's still a Candace Owens in the midst. And I cannot reconcile with that type of behavior and that type of violence, because it does cause harm to the majority. And so I rather protect the majority and be attacked by the minority of our people within our community, because that is something that I'm sure you discuss on your platform, because there is a division to a certain extent, which we won't get into here because this is not the place for that. But again, when it comes to disrespect and violence, that's not something I can tolerate from anybody. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what gender you are. It doesn't matter. Violence is violence, and that's just it.
Yes. So we talked about this earlier today, Keith. Y'all already know my relationship with the Black American experience does not just come from being here and being in the Black American experience. It comes from being a whole ass African that came here and saw my people and saw what's happening here and know what's happening back home. So my perspective on that is not going to be the same as every Black American that's here. My perspective on the Black American is very much fuck all these people. I don't give a shit what they think about you. Like it's very different. So when I say I love my Blackness and I love my Black community, it is literally coming from home. And I come here and I'm witnessing how my people that I know are my people, are living life, and the thoughts in their head about themselves are disturbing as hell to me. So when I'm building my platform on talking about these white lilies and demons and stuff, and I build my platform on inspiring and lifting up Black people to understand that compared to them, they ain't shit. For this to be the conversation we're having right now, it's disturbing to me. It's disturbing because there's so much energy put into destruction, and I'm like, why? For what? And I'm not leaving to go for anybody. I'm not making videos about people. I'm not collecting ads. I have every video in my phone to dispute every clip edit. I'm still not doing it because I'm like, why am I feeding this energy? What is this going to do? What is this going to do? Why am I minstreling for these white people to watch? Why would I go on a live and be here and people call me and I'm calling people bitch this, bitch that? Why would I do that? I can't do that. I know what they see when they see us doing that. I know what they think. They think it's okay to harm us. They think it's okay to make videos and call us bitches and all kind of nasty stuff. I can't do that. I can't do that. So I'm not going to put myself in a position where somebody's going to have the opportunity to do that to me because they're going to see it. And they think the most grossest things when they see that.
Go
Hi,
ahead,
Pat.
Pat,
I'm
because
sorry,
I know
Pat.
you've
Pat's
been
been
waiting. You've been waiting.
let Pat chime in here. He's been sitting there for a while.
No, I don't want. I don't want to talk over anybody
Yeah, you're
because
fine.
it's
Go
not my
ahead, Pat.
live. Yeah, I ain't want to over talk nobody. So I want to say something real quick. So I want to make it very clear. When I was on my live earlier, I in fact did tell everybody that Breezy getting threatened was not fucking okay. Did I not, Javon? Did I not?
He did.
I said her, I don't give a damn who it was that threatened her. She did not deserve to get threatened. And Nuggets does deserve, I mean, not deserve, she has every right to defend her woman, yes. But Nuggets has to always remember, what's the first thing people see when they look at you? You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So you know where I'm going at. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, it's never going to be perfect because half the world sees you as the enemy. So you have to move as such. You can sit here and host as many lives as you want amongst your friends who happen to be black women. You do what you want. It's your space. You do what you got to do. But at the same time, you got to always keep that in mind. You are a white woman before anything. And on this app, you're a white woman first and a large content creator second. So there's a lot of responsibilities that come with being a large content creator that hosts these type of lives. I better than anybody will tell you that. I have over 1 million followers on this fucking app. So I can tell you from experience, you gotta be real careful how you host these lives because everybody's gonna see what you are first, and that is a white woman. So when they see people of color in your space, in the comment sections, I've seen black women call indigenous people $5 you know what. I've seen indigenous people call black women monkeys, and this was under your space. You know why that happened? That happened because they saw a white woman and they thought it was a safe space to sit here and just be prejudiced towards each other. So, like I said, this is your live, this is your page, you do what the hell you want to do. But I told you this in private and I'm going to say it publicly. I feel you should not be hosting those type of spaces. But again, that's my opinion and I have a right to that. Just like people feel like I shouldn't be hosting indigenous spaces. And you know what? They're right. I shouldn't be hosting them because I'm not an indigenous man. I'm a black man. Why do you think I don't host indigenous spaces like that no more? Because I took those opinions and I took it to heart and I made adjustments to it. And I feel you need to do the same. That's all we're asking. You got to do the same. Make those adjustments. Take that accountability. Take that shit to the chin. Take it to the chest and move on. Because ain't no way we should be talking about this shit 3 weeks later.
Exactly.
This is wild to me. This is fucking wild to me. You get what I'm saying? And also, and I'm going to reiterate what Javon said earlier. I felt the disrespect that Carnival Gal and Kay been getting via this live or this page or whatever is fucked up. And I have a right to that opinion, just like Javon has a right to that opinion, just like all the time who come in disrespectful or are the ops. So you feel like what you're doing, like we do. So I'm not going to sit here and tell another woman or tell another group of people how to run their live and not block people or this, that, and the third. But also, it goes back to what I said. You are what? A white woman. They see a white woman who don't even have to touch the phone. Black women and indigenous women are getting blocked out the ass. They always going to blame you first. They're not going to blame the moderators that you have that's doing the work for you. They're going to blame you. And now you know they're going to blame you. So maybe you need to have that conversation with your moderators. And when you're having these type of conversations in your live, you need to sit here and let them know, listen, let's not block these people. Unless they say something crazy disrespectful or something crazy threatening, then yeah, absolutely, block them. But just because someone disagrees with a black woman in this space right here does not mean they hate you. That goes to everyone in here. Not saying you feel this way, but the world, like not the world, TikTok don't hate you because they don't agree with you. People in this comment section don't hate you because they don't agree with you. That's ridiculous. People are not going to sit here and be violent to you because they don't agree with you. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I've actually been threatened. Breezy's been threatened. Nuggets, you've been threatened, have you not? Javon, you've been actually threatened. Somebody not agreeing with you does not mean they threaten you. That's a slap to the face. And to the large content creators who actually go through shit, have to make life-altering decisions to keep their families and themselves safe. That's some bullshit. Ain't nobody sitting here attacking no black woman in here. I'm simply speaking my opinion. Javon speaking his opinion on what happened. That's it. And I feel that apology should be owed. Yes, Breezy should be apologized to for being threatened. She don't deserve to be threatened no matter what her fucking opinion is. She don't deserve to be threatened.
Not only that,
Just
Pat,
like,
I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. Not only that, It's not even just the threat that happened. The response that our like everybody is giving to this, the laughing, the literally like belittling it and stuff like that. I'm sorry. If there is no for me, you do that, and I know that has something to do with my life. I can never. Like, I don't understand the energy that's given to that to breathe. Because what that does is the next black woman that happens to, that has any invalidation, is going to be like, I'm going to laugh. It's funny. It's a joke. And it's not funny. And no air should be given to anybody laughing or belittling that. It's not a joke. That's not a joke. The things that are being said or stipulated, even in regards to me speaking AAVE, and then people saying, I want to Mr. Doctor somebody, I want to pew pew somebody. Police could show up at my door.
Right.
There was a white person that literally commented in my comment section, oh, you the one that want to go around shooting black women. Are you kidding me? And the energy is fed. You feeding that energy for me personally, you a direct threat. I'm sorry, forever. If you in that space and you see that and you see the danger that could come out of somebody making a false ass fucking claim like that out of not understanding our fucking language, that's harmful not only to me, that's harmful for every other black woman, in my opinion. That belittles our life. It devalues our life, and people are laughing at a threat. It's not fucking funny. You could be my worst enemy. I could hate you. Somebody in your comment section or somebody sending you a death threat. I'm sorry. Before I hate you, I hate that. And I'm going to state that, but that's priority for me. I don't got to like you. If I see that happening to you, priority is, who the fuck is this? Are you out your mind? I don't care if she sucks. I don't care if she this. Who the hell is sending death threats? But that was not the response. The response was, why are you yelling? Hee 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 ha. Oh my God, it's just a Furby. Ha, that was the response. And that is dehumanizing as fuck. But I appreciate your space, Pat. And like I said early in the live, anybody saying anything, they came in here, they tried to start some stupid shit. And I said full chest, there will never be, from me and Nuggets, we speaking for ourselves, not anybody else. Me and Nuggets will never have that energy towards Pat, because there's real life shit that we are in that
Thank you. That's what I was gonna address.
There is nothing you can say to or do. You can tell me, Pat, call you a this, Pat, you call. I will literally, I'll message Pat. Pat, somebody said you said this. You will not get that energy here. So don't ever bring it here again. Please don't ever do that.
And we blocked.
The person that got shut down, and muted.
And I want to make sure I reiterate this. I don't know if anyone did say it or not. I don't know if it was Ray or whoever. No, my page has always been, I'm just making sure, I want to reiterate this. My page is most definitely a protective space for black women. For the love of Christ, have you not seen the shit I've been through the past 2 years?
Exactly.
Women threaten my
I've
life.
always felt fine.
I've had black women call me a faggot. And that same black woman that called me, that 5 minutes later, a white woman tried to make a prostitution joke against her. And what did I do, Javon?
Defended
held her ass exactly immediately. Right after I just found out that black woman just called me a faggot. So I want to make this very clear. Whoever feels that way, that's a black woman on this space that feels like my page ain't a safe space for black women, you full of shit. And that's to whoever said
be lying.
that.
Like, this is people be lying
because Pat, we definitely
know each other.
Yeah, before Pat, you came over here, Pat, I don't have
Keith's number, but Pat, we know each other. There's so-and-so said this. Is this true? Like, we got each other number. Call, text, talk. You making takes before you dial my number? What I say in your live, Pat? I said, if we were mutuals and you make a take before you text me, we were never mutual friends. We were mutual benefit. I was never your mutual friend. I said it. You don't send me a text. You making a take about me, and we got each other number? Kiss my ass.
Pat, I want to also let you know, to the individual who came in here and said your name and levied that, they were blocked immediately. And cussed out.
Yeah, we definitely got it. I don't know you personally, but I've seen I follow you, and I've seen a whole lot of your content. So I know you are a safe space for black women. I've been in a few lives that you were in. Totally know you're a safe space, and we defended you. We defended you wholeheartedly. They were blocked immediately. We didn't play those games. We don't do that here. We're not gonna demonize somebody or try to bring them into a conversation that had absolutely nothing to do with you. We weren't gonna do that. That was not something we contributed to for sure. And even the ones that came in, what black, white, purple, whatever, what if they came in and they were going back and forth between lives and they were trying to, get us in a tizzy for about something. We actually allowed them to talk for a long time, but when it got to a point of disrespect, that's when they got blocked. We didn't just initially, at least today, since I've been here for some hours too. So since I've been in here, we didn't block anybody initially, even if they asked a question that we felt was like out of pocket, black women especially. But if it got to a point where it was getting disrespectful or they were starting to hurl insults, that's when they got blocked. So that I just want to make sure that that's clear, because the information that's being given, yeah, the information that was being passed, it was lies. It was complete lies. And the crazy thing is that this whole live has been recorded, so it can definitely, we got proof. That's not an issue. But I just wanted to make sure you knew, for your own sake, for your name's sake, we did not disrespect your name. We didn't disrespect your platform. Those that came in and tried to goad us into that, we did not allow that to be the case.
And I'm glad it was cleared up, and I can greatly appreciate that, because one thing about me, and a lot of people who are mutuals or friends of mine who got my numbers know, one thing I don't do is the public disrespect if you're supposed to be the homie. If you my homie, you got a problem with me, you got the fucking number, use that shit. You a mutual, you got a DM. Use that shit, my nigga. I don't want to hear about nobody disrespecting me in public, because I go way too goddamn hard for people on this app to be publicly disrespected or degraded by mutuals. The ops, sure. But people that call me their friend, people that want to meet up with me one day with me and my girl and chill and have freaking bonbons and fucking wine, and all of a sudden I'm hearing people saying that you talking shit. Like, what? That's one thing I don't tolerate, man. I don't, like Breezy said, we from Jersey. I don't operate that way. Where I'm from, you don't disrespect your homie in front of peers, period. I don't know if you guys ever seen the show Snowfall. Remember when homie checked this dude in the car instead of in front of people?
Yep.
That's exactly how I want my homies to be. If I fuck up, you check my ass in private. Anybody ever check me or disrespect me in public and we supposed to be friends, I'm destroying you. That goes for anybody. That's a fair warning to everybody.
And
I'm
let
saying
them
it to
know. And
Breezy,
let
I'm
them
saying it
know.
to Nuggets. I love y'all. But one thing I'm not going to do, I don't disrespect anybody publicly that I'm friends with.
Yeah.
Remember when
Let
the
it
whole
be
Nuggets
known.
thing happened? No, I'm sorry. Let me say this one thing. When the whole Nuggets thing first came out, what did I say, Javon? I said I'm not gonna publicly come at Nuggets,
Off
because
the
why?
app.
She drove
Yep.
3
Off
hours
the
to make
app.
sure that she helped me with the whole thing with Skylar and the police. Did I not say that? And
Well,
I kept my mouth shut. Huh?
tried.
Well, you tried, yeah. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But like, she tried to help. So for that, I'm never gonna sit here and outright call her out her name and disrespect her. If somebody asks me a question, hey, how do you feel about what she said about this? I'll be like, I disagree. But I'm never gonna come out my face and disrespect none of my friends, Breezy or Nuggets. But I will say this to Nugget. I said it in private. I'll say it now. I feel like apologies are owed to Miss K and Carnival Gal. You do what you will with that. You're
Yes, I
grown.
agree, and I
Breezy's
second
grown.
that.
Y'all grown.
I
Y'all do what
second
y'all
that.
want with that.
I
All
don't know
I
if anybody. I don't know if anybody was in Mr. Here's the thing. Hold on one second, baby. Here's the thing. I was in Mr. Jones's live, right? I sat in that box with Kay and asked, "What is it?" Because the things I could be accountable for and sorry for are the things that I know I did. I apologized to Kay for making her feel invalidated in some way by asking her that she had to leave the live. That I cannot change that, because if that ever happens again, I can't say sorry I did it, because if it happens again, I'm going to have to ask the person to leave again. But I will say sorry, and I did a number of times that had to feel not good. I was her age at one point. For somebody to tell me you can't talk here, you got to leave, that doesn't feel good. So I apologize for her for having to be the one to put her in that position to feel like that. But if anybody of that age or anything, I'm going to do it again. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to. But I do feel sorry for how she felt. I apologize that me calling her a minor or the minor made her also feel in a way like, why can't you call me by my name? Why can't you call me by my name? And I try to stipulate, and I cannot get. Look, I can only give what I can give. That's not going to place me in any risk in my personal life. Is underage in a certain way that's going to place me in a position where I got to explain shit. I can't do that. So by me saying a minor and the minor, I call for indicate or speaking of you, or when somebody said, oh, I said the minor, I had to ask the minor to leave. I had to run in and ask the minor to get out of the live. And I apologize if that made you feel like, well, why can't you call me by my name? But for everything else that's being stipulated, that I was lying or anything like that on her, I cannot apologize for something I don't even know. You're not showing me. You're saying things that I know for a fact other people said, not me. So I can't apologize any further than what I know. I can't apologize. You say you was talking shit about me. When and how? How? Me saying that I cannot hold space for anybody underage is not talking shit about you. Me saying, when somebody, and she said, you hold on one second, baby. Yeah, that's goofy. Me saying, somebody else coming in and saying, oh, this person got multiple accounts. I know for a fact, because I watched that live, I was never the one to say that. I never said this individual has multiple accounts. I wasn't the one to say it. So how can you want me to say sorry for other people's actions? How? Those are whole ass adults. Real quick.
I'm going to hop off this live because I just received the text that Little Pat was blocked. And like I said before, that my space for my people will be for all my people. So for all the Black people that are in here, I will be going live later on tonight. And that will be a safe space held. Because Little Patrick is unproblematic as hell. Very unproblematic. A lot of my mutuals are coming in here in support of myself.
Press the little button.
I'm gonna mute.
Wait, Keith, we can't hear you.
We
can't hear you.
Talk.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you just have a lag. Did you get a message? I think.
Mods are gonna do what they need to do. It's Nuggets platform. I didn't know. The fact that Little Pat just got muted and blocked when he's of all the mutuals of mine that I have, he's unproblematic and he holds space and speaks on very important issues while educating. So that's my cue to exit.
Before you go though, Keith, I do want to make before you go, Keith, I do want to make a point, and we all have experienced this because I've been in everybody's lives that this has happened to, where people get muted, blocked, and don't nobody know what happened. People be yelling, TikTok blocks, TikTok block. If you write in all caps, TikTok will block. TikTok will block you if you repeat statements. So let's be careful. Be careful what we put out there, because we might be wrong. To just make a blanket statement that we can't keep saying people blocking us and stuff like that, because we don't actually know. And if somebody is blocked, just indicate like so and so is blocking you, unblock them. We can check and see and respect every Pat. I've been in your lives where that shit be going on. I'd be like, ain't nobody blocking nobody, and it's TikTok. We were in the live with the group with the when you held space for Indigenous people, and it was happening like all throughout the comment section. I'm like, ain't nobody blocking nobody, and literally people are like, TikTok is blocking you. If you say a couple of statements back to back, TikTok will block you. If you write in all caps and scream something across the thing, TikTok will block you. So